Come on in here with me for a second. I want to show you guys something. I think you're gonna like this. Open the big door. What? There we go. This is just incredible, guys. I'm absolutely amazed by the information that we have here. I mean, it's just, it just goes on and on and on and on. So, what am I looking at? Well, I'll tell you. You guys ever bought a motorcycle from a guy that's owned it for years and years and years? It's his pride and joy. I mean, he absolutely loves that machine. And he passes along one of these. A 2-inch binder of the history of all of the things that he's done to it. You know, most of this stuff is just general maintenance, but it's just so cool. I have never had anyone be so meticulously careful about what they've done and the collection of how they've done it. I mean, just it starts clear back in 2004 when the guy bought the bike, 15,000 miles on it, and it just goes on and on. And most of that first page is just oil changes, and then he's got a couple of changes, spark plugs, got a new battery, did a compression check. It's just, and that just continues for 5 or 6 pages, where it finally ends. The last entry at least, is in 2012 when he's got 52,189 miles on it, and he's packing it up, putting it away for the year. He did a compression check, aired up the tires, put stable in, drained out the carbs, took out the battery. I mean, just the amount of detail here is incredible. So that's my question to you guys. I'm in a position right now where we're looking at a couple of bikes to buy. And to be honest, I mean, we do that, right? That's kind of one of the things that we do on this channel. A lot of what we do on this channel is nonsense, but behind the nonsense is we buy, sell bikes, we do some light repair work, and then we pretend that we're bike builders on bikes that we drag out the build for years and years and years. That's kind of what happens here. But when we're trying to buy a bike that's been owned by a guy like this, it isn't just a bike to him. I mean, this is his, like I said before, his pride and joy. And why does he have to sell it? Well, there could be lots of reasons. In this guy's particular case, he was 87 years old. He just couldn't ride it anymore. And I love being able to collect this history. And I feel so bad. I found this in a box upstairs, and I feel terrible that when we sold this bike, I forgot I had this. Because I would have definitely passed it along to the next guy. You know, I've done that in the past where this isn't the first time I've got something like this. I've never got it to this level. But, you know, passing along the history of the bike is great because it gives you that security that it wasn't just neglected. And that's kind of where we are coming into this weekend. We've got an opportunity to buy a bigger bike again, one that we can ride 2 up and chase. He's never been comfortable with, like on the Intruder, it just has that bump stop in the back so he doesn't fly off the back. He wants to have that cage. He wants to have a big backrest, armrests. If he had a seatbelt, that might even be awesome. But I've never seen that on a motorcycle. Seatbelts? That sounds kind of dumb. You get my point. He wants that security when he's on there that he's not going to fly away. And I get it. So I started out this search by looking for another Goldwing. We've had 4 Goldwings, and so it's not a Honda. I'll give you that as a clue. But it is a bike that I've had my eye on at some point here and there that I think I would enjoy to have. And so be it, we found 2. So in the course of the last week and a half, I've been in correspondence with these guys, and they're nearly identical with 2 exceptions. They're the same year. There was models of level, kind of if we stick with the Honda theme, they had Nothing, they had Interstate, and then they had Aspencade. Well, this is the middle, one of them is, and then there's the top of the line. The top of the line one has got 60-ish thousand miles on it. The middle of the road has got about 22,000 miles on it. The top of the line is $1,900. The middle of the road is $1,200. Now the big difference is the top of the line guy with the high miles has a book like this. And the middle of the road, cheaper route, lower miles, bought that beginning of the season, non-running, got it to run, give it a good cleanup, and he's moving it on. Now I can't beat that guy up because that's what we do. We do that a lot, and that's what we're trying to build right now. Not only are we looking at these bikes, we're also looking at an estate sale where we might be able to pick up 3 or 4 bikes for really, really decent money that we could then work on in the wintertime, get them running, get them cleaned up, and sell them in the spring. So, I have a dilemma, right? High mileage, high price, low mileage, mystery. What do you guys do? I mean, when you guys are buying bikes for yourself, how do you guys go about it? Is it just by feel, by look, by that nostalgia of like, I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to have a bike like that. Or my dad had a bike like that. Maybe I can ride one like that now. I mean, what is it that drives you to buy that bike? And then what things do you overlook because you really want to have it bad? Versus making a smart choice, doing your research, getting educated, and then making your decision. Now we've talked to both of these guys. Their ads had lots of pictures and a video, and I've talked to both these guys on the phone. So we're gonna look at both of these and we're gonna make a decision. And I imagine we'll probably buy one. But now we're just stuck, and that's where I'm wondering what you guys do. I'd like to get your input on this. Now, back to this, right? I'm gonna bring you guys over here for a minute. Not only do you sometimes get manuals like this, but you also get service books. You know, we've collected these over the years. Sometimes people have just a small file, like when this guy, he bought this new, so that's what he got when he bought the bike. You know, and then he really thought it was neat. I probably won't. There, this was the concourse, so he's got it when it was in some ad literature. Probably got this at the dealership as well. You know, that kind of stuff is neat because where are you going to find that? Like this guy, yeah, he's got pictures of, you know, the old Hurricane. I mean, it's just kind of neat, right? Really old manual. Something he'd probably done, you know, a valve job at one time, so we printed that off. You know, a lot of stuff like this. But look at this guy's detail. I mean, it's just endless. I don't even know what that even is. What is that, the miles he rode? Yeah, maybe. Look at that. How many average miles per gallon? I mean, it's just so many things. There's the Overago. But there was one thing, yeah, just receipt after receipt. Oh, there it is. Look at this. Look at his notes to himself about how what he needs to do with the idle valve, idle needle, the carburetor when he cleaned it out. You know, all of his notes about what he's done, how to maintain this bike over the years that he owned it. I just think that is absolutely fantastic to have something like that, so that you know the history of what that bike was before it was yours. I mean, that's priceless having this, to be honest. And if it isn't priceless, it's just really cool history to have. Okay, you know, it's neat getting stuff like this. But another thing is, sometimes you've made the deal, right? You talked all night. You talked fun motorcycle stories. You kind of poked at it, sat on it, went for a ride on it. You made the deal, you're going to buy the bike. And then all of a sudden, the owner of the bike has things like this, right? Oh, I've got that. Oh, here's some helmets I'm never going to use again. Oh, here's some parts I bought that I'm never going to need since you're taking the bike. And you have a whole collection of things that you didn't really even want. But they just throw that in. So what do I do, guys? What is your advice? Old bike? They're both old. They're both the same year. High mileage, low mileage, high price, low price, known maintenance, mystery. Tell me about it. I really want to know. that's gonna be me. Thanks for watching, guys. I really do enjoy these times together. It's Mike with Ace Cafe Bikes. See you guys next week.